Class, good evening. This is Mr. WW, Mr. White Words. Mr. White Words. So today in our class, we are going to be talking about relationships and heartbreaks. Relationships and heartbreaks. We are going to look at it from a mathematical angle. From a mathematical angle. And mathematics, they say, is everything. I do not know if I'm able to substantiate that or to critique that. That is upon you to decide. But if you look at the issue of x plus y is equals to z, which is an element of algebra, x plus y is equals to z. In relationships, in this context, x implies a meeting. A meeting with her or with him. Y implies asking for contact. Asking for contacts. And Z implies heartbreak. So if we say x at a time t plus y at a time t is equals to z, where t can take the form of 1, 2, 3, up to infinity. Meaning that if you talk of x at a time t, you're meeting her or him. For our men, which I intend to speak to this evening, x at a time t, you're meeting her at a time t. It could be the first meeting, second meeting, third meeting, 10th meeting, or whichever, infinities meeting. You can also decide to ask her for the contact during the first meeting, the third meeting, the second meeting, or whichever meeting you admire. So, you could meet her during the first meeting, but ask for the contacts in the 10th meeting. For instance, if you're meeting in college, in workplaces, or whatever the place. Now, Z can be avoidable. Z can be avoidable or unavoidable. Z can be avoidable or unavoidable. In the sense that you might not be able to dictate or determine when a meeting happens. The first meeting, for instance, you met in a matatu, but the decision to take her contact, to ask for her contact, that decision is within you. So if you meet her and you like her, or you're crushing on her, or you have temptations to ask for contact at a time t, you might decide not to ask for the contacts. Now, because we have discussed that Z is avoidable or unavoidable, in our next class, we will be talking about avoidability and unavoidability of Z, which is heartbreak. And I will also be able to elaborate at what point does at what point does YT, the time you ask for contact, YT, become dangerous? Could be it be at the first level or at the infinities level. At what point is it wise to ask for a contact? If you have to. Remember, if and only if IFF, you have to. And we will also be introducing another term in our next class, where we'll be talking about x at a time t plus y at a time t is equals to z plus another factor. So the heartbreak will also be at a time t, and the factor can also be at a time t. or it can be a constant factor. See you in our next class.